Okay. So we have been working very hard on our scales and our key signatures. So I want to help you with them one more time before I ask you to do it on your own. Okay, so this is a treble clef, and I'm drawing it on a staff. Good. And if I draw a major scale, what is my pattern of whole steps and half steps? Everybody. Whole,
whole, half, whole, 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 half.
Good. If I start on C, what's my next note?
D, E, F, G, H.
What's this one?
A,
A.
B, C.
So what is my key signature for C? 0 sharp, 0 false. Yep. So it looks like that. That is a key signature. It's just empty. This is a, and if I start on G, then I need
F,
A,
B, C, D, E, F,
and
G.
why do I need F sharp? You're gonna need more than that, Surya.
Because it's a whole step?
Because I need a whole step. If I start on G, whole step is A, whole step is B, half step is C, whole step is D, whole step is E. Now I need a whole step, but F is only a half step because it's one of those naturally occurring half steps. It doesn't have a black key. So I have to go to F sharp to get a whole step, and then that gives me my half step to G. So what is my key signature for G major?
F sharp.
1 sharp, F sharp. What is 5 notes up from G in the G scale?
D.
D. So how many sharps am I going to have on my key signature? 2, and we know one of them is F sharp. And we know that because we already added it, and once we have it, we always have it. Right? So some of this information is understanding, and some of it is memorizing. Okay, so if I start on D, my next note is?
E. F sharp.
F sharp.
G, A, B, C sharp. D.
D. So it's the alphabet, right? As long as you know your alphabet, you know your scale degrees. We knew we had an F sharp because we already had an F sharp, but we also needed an F sharp because of the formula. Oh, that's nice. Alana, can you give me that rag? And that, yes, and that. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So that's garbage. So if I'm starting on D, I need a whole step. Now what do I need? Whole step, but E to F is only a half step because again there isn't a black key. So because I need a whole step, it's F sharp. Then G, half, and then whole, whole, B to C is only a half. So I have to go to C sharp to get the half. So I don't change the pattern to fit the notes. I change the notes to fit the pattern. So now I'm C sharp and my half step is D. So how many sharps did I have? And that's what we predicted. What is my new sharp? C sharp. And what note number in the scale got the new sharp? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will always be the 7th note that gets the new sharp. Okay, I'll stay in treble clef. What is 5 notes up from D in the D scale? A. So now I'm going to start on A. How many sharps am I going to have?
3. I think
And we know
all the sharps are going to be because of the fat cats go down the crack.
exactly. So we know 2 of them are F sharp, C sharp, and if we remember them, we know the next one is G sharp because fat cats go. Right? So A and then and then
C sharp,
C sharp and then
D,
and then
E,
and then
F sharp,
and then
G sharp,
and then
A.
A. How many sharps did I end up with?
3.
And what note number got the new sharp?
7.
7. Right? So far, so good. Oh, this is the Okay, so we have a better marker, so I won't have to clean it again. All right, so 5 notes up from A in our A scale is E, which that was treble clef. Yeah, I didn't drop. So, how many sharps are we going to have? 4, and we know 3 of them are
F,
C,
G,
G, because we already used them, and if we know that fat cats go
D,
down, we know that the new one is going to be D sharp. So E,
sharp,
F sharp,
G sharp,
G sharp, A,
B, C sharp, D sharp,
E. We don't have an E sharp, right?
Because we started on E and not E sharp.
We started on E, so we can't have an E sharp in an E scale. Okay, what is the 5th note of E of the E scale?
B.
B. How many sharps are we going to have? 5, and we know 4 of them are
F, C, G, D, A.
and the new one A. Fat cats go down and. So if I start on B, my next note is
C sharp, C sharp,
C sharp. It's just the alphabet.
D sharp,
D sharp,
E,
F sharp,
G sharp, A sharp,
A sharp, because that's the new one, and then B. So I have my 5 sharps. Now be careful. What is the 5th note in the B scale?
It's the F sharp.
F sharp. How many sharps am I going to have? 6, and we know 5 of them are
F,
F, C, G,
and the new
hold on, let's get there. A, and the new one will be E because fat cats go down and eat. So F sharp and then
G sharp,
G sharp and then A sharp and then
B sharp,
do we have a B sharp?
B,
B,
C
C
sharp,
sharp.
D sharp, E sharp,
Do we have an E sharp and then
F sharp,
F sharp. So the new note, the new sharp was again on the 7th note, our E sharp. Okay, so what is the 5th note in the F sharp major scale?
D sharp,
Count. F, G sharp, A sharp, B,
C sharp,
C sharp. So how many sharps
7,
is my C sharp scale gonna have? All of them, all 7. And we know 6 of them are F, C, G, D, A, E, and the last one is
B.
breakfast. Fat cats, Noah. Fat cats go down and eat breakfast. So C sharp and then D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp.
Sharp scale.
Your parents might tell you you can't do anything to make somebody stop loving you, but if you write a song in the key of C sharp major, they might not like you very much. I'm kidding, but it's a lot of sharps to keep track of, isn't it? Yeah. But at the same time, like every note is a sharp. So if you can just think about it that way, then it gets easier again, because you break the pattern. Right? Okay, so piano group. Can we open the door and see if there are any more pianists out there? Kira has jiu-jitsu today, graduation.
Nobody.
Myra's here, Alma's here. Serdia, you should just stay, and Cassidy, you should stay, because it will save you later. Come on over, guys, so you can see the board. Because that was just all of the sharps, right?
Yeah.
So we were always counting what note in our scales. How many notes? 5. So we started with C, which has 0. We went up 5 notes and we got to G, which had
1.
And it was? Then we went up 5 notes and we got to D, and it had
2,
And they are?
F, C,
Then we went up 5 notes and we got to?
A,
And it had?
3,
And they were?
F, C, G,
Then we went up 5 notes and we had? E, and it had?
4,
And they were?
F, C, G, A,
Fat cats go down. After E we had? B, and it had?
5,
And they were? F, C, G, D, A. Fat cats go down. And after B we had? F sharp, and it had?
6,
And they were? F,
C, G, D, A, B,
E. They go down and eat. And then lastly we had? C sharp. It can't be C because we already had C, and C didn't have anything. C sharp had how many?
7,
And they were?
F, C, G, D, A, E, B.
B sharp. Okay, so now for the flats. What do we do?
5 notes down.
5 notes down from C. C, B, A, G, F. What's it gonna have? One flat, and it's going to be B flat, because we remember that the order of the flats is backwards from the order of the sharps. So breakfast eat and down go cat's fat.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really make sense to remember, right? So we'll talk about that at the end. So in F, we've figured out, because we know patterns, that F has one flat, B flat. But we're gonna draw it anyway. So if I start on F, my next note is G, A, B flat,
C, D, E, F.
one flat, B flat. And again, we needed that flat because we start on F and we need whole, half. But B is a whole step. There's a black key. So to get a half step, I have to go to B flat. Now I need a whole step, so I can't go to B. Plus I already have B flat, so I can't have B flat and B in the same scale. So B flat to C, whole step, half step to F. So we change the notes to fit the pattern. What is our next flat scale? 5 notes down from F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is it?
Flat.
B flat. How many flats are we gonna have?
2.
And we know that one of them is
B.
B flat. So from B flat, my next note is C,
D,
E flat,
F,
G,
A, B flat,
what was my new flat?
E flat,
E flat. Right? 5 notes down from B flat,
E flat,
E flat. How many flats am I gonna have?
3,
And we know 2 of them are
B
E flat and
E flat,
so if I start with E flat, my next note is
F,
F,
G, A flat, B flat, C,
C,
D, E flat,
it's the E flat scale, we're gonna stop. So what was my new flat?
A flat,
A flat. 5 notes down from E flat, A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many flats is it gonna have?
4,
And we know 3 of them are?
B flat,
Oops, missed. B,
E flat,
E flat, A flat. So from A flat, my next note is B flat, and then,
C,
and then,
D flat,
and then, E flat, and then, F, and then, G, and then,
A flat,
what was my new flat?
D flat,
D flat. I don't have a C flat, I have a D flat. So anybody notice the pattern on which note number gets the new flat?
7,
No, that was sharps.
5, 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the new flat. Now what is the pattern when we're counting down 5 notes for the next scale? What? It's always 5, but there's a second pattern that we talked about last time. It's super sneaky. Myra?
That the new flat is the beginning of the next scale.
Right. My new flat was B flat. My next scale is B flat. My new flat is E flat, my next scale is E flat. My new flat is A flat, my next scale is A flat. So 5 notes down in the A flat scale, or what was my new flat in the A flat scale?
D flat.
D flat. Everybody say D flat.
D flat.
Can't be D because D had 2 sharps. So D flat, how many flats is it going to have?
5.
And we know 4 of them are?
B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat,
And if I start on D flat, my next note is? E flat, F,
G flat,
G flat, it's my 4th note. Gotta get the flat.
A flat.
A flat,
B
E
flat.
flat,
C.
what comes after B in the alphabet, Sylvia?
C.
C, and then
D flat.
D flat again. What was my new flat?
G flat,
So what's my new scale? G flat. Just to check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it G flat?
Yes.
Yes. So G flat, and then, oh wait, how many flats is it gonna have?
6.
And we know 5 of them are?
B flat,
A, D, G.
Okay, G flat, my next note is?
A flat.
A flat,
C flat.
B flat,
C flat.
C flat.
D flat. E flat. F.
And then G flat. What was my new flat?
C flat.
C flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. C flat. Oops. What's my next scale? C flat. How many flats is it gonna have, boys and girls?
7.
All 7. And 6 of them are?
B,
B,
E, A, D, G, C.
F. It has to be, it's the only one left. So my first note is C flat, and then,
D
D
flat.
flat,
and then,
E
E
flat,
flat, and then,
F flat,
and then,
G flat,
and then,
A flat, B flat, C flat.
all 7 flats. So the order of the flats, besides remembering it's just the order of the sharps backwards, you can also remember that it spells the word bead, great chocolate fudge. It's not quite as nice as the sharps, but you know, I do what I can for you. So if we go back to our handy dandy circle of fifths, this is like literally everything you need to know to understand music theory. If you can grasp this, then you understand intervals and you can build chords. If you don't understand this, then your intervals won't be correct and your chords won't be correct. So this is like the key to everything else. So after F, our next key was B flat, and it had 2 flats, and they were, and the next key was,
E flat,
and it had,
3 flat,
and they were,
B, E, A,
and our next key was,
D
and it had,
4,
and it did, and they were,
E, A, D,
and the next one is,
D
D flat.
so here's where it gets really fun, because D flat and C sharp, pay really close attention, kids. C sharp and D flat are in fact the same note. Oh, sorry, thank you. D sharp and D flat are the same note. If you play a D flat scale or a C sharp scale, they will sound the same. But if you write a piece in D flat, it will have a very different tonality than a piece in C sharp. I can't explain why, but it will. So that means that when we're writing our circle of fifths and we get to the C sharp, we have to show that it's the same as the D flat. So how many sharps or how many flats is it gonna have?
5.
Oh, no, we're not there. We're in the flats. 5, right? And they are?
B, A, D, G.
So G flat is the same sound as F sharp, right? If we look at the keyboard, F sharp, G flat. Same note. So again, an F sharp scale and a G flat scale will sound the same, but the pieces will sound different. How many flats for our G flat?
6.
6. And they are?
B, E, A, D, G, C.
C. And then, after G flat, our last key is
C flat.
C flat, which again, is the same note as C. It's the same note as B. Here's our C flat, also known as B. Right, because we don't have a black key. So those two scales sound the same, but the songs sound different. How many flats? 7, and they are?
B, E, A, D, G, C, F.
Bravo! So next time you get to do it by yourself on your own piece of paper and a worksheet. So if there's anything you don't understand, please ask now or in your private lesson. Any questions? Okay, good. Let's do our playing. Who's playing today? Alana? Hi. Alana's playing. Who else? And Loa is playing. Anybody else? I've lost track, I admit. Okay. So we'll turn off the camera.